the Prime Minister in the box seat as we head into 2021. He's certainly ascendant. One of the challenges, one of the clouds over the economy, there's two that I want to get your thoughts on. One is the removal or the tapering of the support and the implications of that. Two is China, which remains such a huge concern, with no sign that the Chinese will ease on their retribution at the moment.
Well, that's right. So, I mean, the challenges will be severe again next year. I think that Morrison has created an aura of confidence around him. He's seen to be someone who can get the big picture right. The government has made a lot of mistakes, but the electorate, I think, know this is a very difficult period. So I think the Prime Minister is being rewarded in terms of reliability, in terms of practical outcomes, and in terms of safety. I think they're very, very important qualities. Now, of course, the JobKeeper will be wound down. It's important that this happens. This will be a difficult transition for the government next year. But the big challenge, I think, in many ways is going to be China. China has declared political and trade war against this country. And every sign is that this war will intensify, and the penalty that we will pay will only intensify. Now, this is going to be a big challenge for the government. And there's no point the Conservatives within the Liberal Party saying, oh, this is just about taking on China and challenging China. That is the worst form of fatalism. What we've got to try and do is we've got to try and devise some sort of strategy to check this. Now, it's going to be very difficult, but we've got to try and hold the line against more and more economic retaliation by doing what we can, looking at what President Biden does, cooling the temperature. We've got to cool the temperature with China. We've got to talk less about China, and we've got to look for opportunities to try and stabilise the situation. That won't be easy.
It won't be. Maybe one course of action would be to look at Tokyo, countries that have been in the line of, the line of fire, so to speak, in terms of this economic and political coercion. They've been able to inject a bit of nuance into it, look to areas of cooperation. Possibly it's an area where Australia could look to areas of cooperation, like on humanitarian operations, things like that. But there's got to be something to be an off-ramp here, because at the moment it's just spiralling. There are some people, as you said, in this debate who would like to see it, self-fulfilling almost, but that would be so damaging to our country.
Well, it certainly would. Look, you can't see an obvious way out of this. If there was an obvious way out, you'd see the Prime Minister walking down that path. But I think that, there's got to be a lot more consideration to exactly what we do. But the problem is we are being singled out by China. Yes, it's true that China is more aggressive and assertive across the board, but we are being singled out, and we are being forced to accept very, very stringent and punitive trade measures. Now, what we've got to try and do is we've got to try and come to grips with that. There's no justification for us to be signalled out in this way.
Paul Kelly, I appreciate that, as always. We'll see you soon. In fact, we'll see you next year.
Thanks, Kieran.
So have a great Christmas.
Same to you.